by the Texas Real Estate Commission, TREC Addendum for Reservations of Oil and Gas and Other Mineral Addendum to Contract Concerning Property at, and you put the property address, 911 address, full address, city, state, and zip code. And this notice is only if seller reserves all or a portion of the mineral rights. So if the seller owns a portion of the mineral rights, this should be attached in MLS and given to the seller, or there might be notes on an agent remark saying, hey, we have some mineral rights. If it's not in MLS, agent remarks, or attached, I would assume they don't, all right? But in this case, let's go ahead and read it. So A, mineral rights, meaning oil, gas, and other minerals in and under that may be products from produced from the property, and royalties under any existing or future mineral leases convey any part of the property. Exclusive rights, including the right to sign mineral lease, convey any part of the property. Implies rights of ingression, egression, exploration, and development rights. Production and drill, mineral lease payments, and all related rights and benefits. The mineral estates do not include water, sand, gravel, lime, building stone, caches, surface shell, near surface ignite, and iron, but does include the reasonable use of the surface materials for mining, drilling, exploring, operation, developing, or removing the oil, gas, or other mineral rights from the property. B, so subject to section C below, the mineral estates owned by the seller is any will convey, if any will convey, reserved as following. So they're going to check one of the boxes. Is the seller going to reserve all the mineral rights owned by the seller? Or will seller reserve their undivided, whatever their interest is, the percentage they own, in the mineral rights owned by the seller? If seller does not own any of the mineral rights, seller reserves only the percentage of fractured of seller's interest. So they need to check which one applies to them. So in C, it says seller does or does not waive right of ingression, egression, and of reasonable use of the property, including surface material. That's part of the mineral estate for mining, drilling, exploring, operational development, or removing oil, gas, or other minerals. Note, surface rights that may be held by other owners of the mineral estates who are not a party to this contract, including existing mineral leases, will not be affected by the seller's election. Seller failures to complete Section C will be deemed as an election to convey all surface rights described in herein. If the seller does not, let's scroll up. If the seller does not reserve all seller's interest in the mineral estate, seller shall, within 7 days after the effective date of the contract, provide to buyer with the current contact information of any existing mineral leases known to the seller. Important. You see that nice and bold? The mineral estates affects important rights, the full extent of which may be unknown to the seller. A full examination of the title of the property completed by an attorney with expertise in the area is the only proper means for determining the title of mineral estates with certainty. In addition, attempts to convey or reserve certain interests out of the mineral estates separate from other rights and benefits owned by the seller may unintentionally have unintentional consequences. Precise contact language is essential for preventing disagreements between present and future owners of mineral estates. If seller or buyer has any questions about their respective rights and interests in the mineral estates and how such rights and interests may affect this contract, they are strongly encouraged to contact an attorney with precise information. They're experts in that area, okay? Expert attorney in the area when it deals with property mineral rights. Bottom line, consult an attorney before signing. TREC rules prohibit real estate agents and brokers from legal advice. Read this form carefully. Then you have your seller's signature and your buyer's signature. Very clear, straight to the point.